everyone. Welcome back to part 2 of the video that we made with pocket patterns. This is Kathleen and I'm with Be Again Books, and I'm glad that you're going to join me today. So in the last video we created some really versatile pocket patterns, and today I want to take these pockets just kind of to the next level and use materials from the paper scraps tray and then just a mix of fun techniques, mixed media. I want to use some die cuts. I've got a tab, some miscellaneous stickers, and then I've got a bunch of mixed media, stamps and stencil stuff ready to go. So let's dive in. I showed you the other day additional favorite pockets that I like to use for these cut off 12-inch paper scraps, and these are just really easy. So I'm hoping that we're going to get to those today too, because that's where we ran out of time the other day. I've got this offset kind of double pocket. I've got one of my favorite pockets. It's just a patch pocket and a cluster on the top, and then this really easy wraparound. So I've got some papers chosen for that. So let's get started. The first thing I want to do is just finish this journal off, and then we'll put this back out of the way. So I'm just going to put it kind of, again, off center, just because that's what I like. And then we'll take this little button, and I'm just going to put a little glue. And we'll put the button right there. Hold it for a minute. Okay, and then how can we dress this up a little? So this is a Tim Holtz stamp, and I think we can use green. We get the green instead of brown. Yeah, I like that. I'll get my chalks, and we'll put just a little bit of chalk behind that. Very good. I like that. So there's this one, and I don't mind this staying just kind of plain, but I think we should do something right here. And because this has this kind of neutral, I think it would be fun to put one of these die cuts. I like these die cuts particularly because look how well they match these flowers in the pattern of the paper. Oh, here's a tall one. Put that in here, and I think I want some, let's just get some scraps out of here. There's a pink one, that might be cute. That's an interesting one. Maybe a gray, just some neutrals that we'll kind of pull out of the tray. All right. We'll make kind of a background for that. Let's use some glue stick for the tissue. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to get the chalk out again, and I'm going to just use this brown right here and just put what that does is it just puts just a little bit of shading behind the dog. I think we need a browner color. Maybe we can mix the dark. The brown with some black. Just yeah. Okay, I like that better. Okay, the chalk with a little bit of texture from this stamp, I think just makes that look a little bit better. Okay, so this is the tag. So we need to do something on the tag. Now this little scrap will go back into this tray. So these are our focal points. So we've got this, that might look good, or we've got this guy. Yeah, I kind of like him. We've got the kittens. Let's go with the guy. That's a little bit better contrast. All right, let's see if we've got a little bit of text. That's good. Now let's get a ribbon. I just only had to step over to my wall of ribbons to choose one. Let's put one of these on there. Okay, I like that. All right, so that's going to go down in the pocket. Now we just need, I need to decide if I want to leave this as a writing space, and I think I do, but we could still maybe put something that just kind of peeks out. I think we'll do this. Yeah, I like that. we'll go with that. Let's round the corners. And distress it. Okay, now let's see if the kittens work on that. Yeah, I think they do. Good grief, this tissue must be vintage because it sure is sticky and it's ripping, which is okay. That's what adds the texture, which is the, I think this is, this is hilarious. Oh my gosh. Good grief. All right, let's see if I can get that off my fingers. I'm not too worried about that because that's where the kittens are going to go, but good grief. Yeah, all right. So let me dry this. I think we need just another little piece like over there. Let's put the glue on this. Maybe that will stick better. Let me dry this so that I can stamp it. Okay, we'll just use a text stamp. All right, and now the kittens. Okay, this one's good. I like this, the little kittens, this little collage here, and the tag. Yeah, I think that matches really well. So that one is done. Now let's do this one, which is the little flip out with a pocket here and a piece of ephemera. So that goes there. Let's see. We need a little embellishments. Let's see what we've got here again. Yeah. That might be nice. No. Well, I do like how this pulls that color in. Actually, maybe I like that. Okay, we'll see. Maybe that. That's kind of nice too. I think I like that better than this lady. Yeah, let's use this. And I think that's nice, just like that. So I think it's almost as if it's a collage already. There's lots of layers under there, so this can just be the final layer. And we'll just glue that down. Honestly, I think any more is going to be fussy, so we'll just leave that like that. Do you want... Yeah, I kind of like that. Let's put this on there. Okay, there's 3. I think that one is done. Now let's do this one. Here it is. Yes, this is the 4th pocket that we did earlier. And I think what I want to do again is to put one of these die cuts. I think we'll do the big one. All right, again, we bring out our scraps. I need some more tissue paper. Maybe. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna get clean paper. This is the paper that gave me such a hard time before. Here we go again. I really like the texture that adds, but it sure is hard to work with. Good grief. Okay, this is good. Let's put a stamp up here. Yeah, let's go up this way. Oh, that's not very straight. Dang it. Well, it is what it is, right? Too bad. Maybe I'll see if if I can fix that. Yeah, I think that'll kind of straighten it out. We'll just kind of put that at the top, and maybe a butterfly. Seriously. I need just a tiny one. A tiny brown one. Yeah, that one. There we go. And if I put that one crooked too, now it doesn't look quite so obvious. All right, here's that. Okay, now this one. So this one has, I need something to glue here to act as a more secure hinge. So I think I'm going to use one of these and use the top part as a hinge. All right, let's see if we can find something here. Something short. The next moment, that's perfect. Wonky. Okay. Like that. Okay, so now let's do these other favorite strip pockets. So I have a cluster patch pocket, the wraparound pocket, and the offset double pocket. We'll do that one first. So I've got two, one for each journal. I'll just make one with you and show the other finished one. So all this is just two of the pieces cut off the strips, and they just overlap like this. So there, it's kind of like a stacked pocket, not peekaboo, but kind of like that. Let's see, where did I want this to be? Let's put it on this one. So this one gets glued there and there. It could be a peekaboo if I left the bottom open. But we're just going to stack it instead. So we'll put this one up a little to give some room for this bottom one, which will overlap it here. And this one will get glued as a pocket along the bottom here. Okay, that's pretty simple. Now that just needs a finished tag, which is in my finished box. So this one would look good, and that would look good. That might be a little big. Okay, and how will I embellish this? Let's see, maybe just a strip of washi tape. Let's cut come over in our focal points tray and see if we can find maybe that one. That looks pretty good. Too big. I think maybe we'll do this. Okay, I like this. I'm not sure that I like this. It needs something, or maybe smaller. In the end, I think I like this one. I think we'll go with that one. Yep, we'll put a ribbon on it. Okay, I like the way this has turned out. The sun is going back and forth behind the clouds, so I've had to put on my ratty studio sweater because it is cold here. January, I guess. I just have to expect that. Okay, let's do the wraparound pocket. I think that one is going, yeah, on this music page. And let me put a pin here to kind of keep that open. Okay, and the page for these other two pockets, this is going to be the cluster pocket, and this is for the wraparound pocket. So this just gets folded over, so it looks like we need to cut it down. I usually make these pockets like 4.5 is a good pocket size for these Reader's Digest, but I want to make it 4 3/4 so that we have just a little bit of a tab that pokes out. 4 3/4 is 9.5. So that's what we need to trim this paper down to 9.5. And this depth measurement is 4. So it's a 4-inch cutoff. And then we're just going to fold it, and I'll bring my little tab making tool, and I will cut a tab there and cut a tab there, and I want to round these corners just with the little one, and then we'll distress. Oh, let me put the glue on the lid. So that's going to wrap around the pocket, and then I will just have it stick out just a little bit on that edge. Sometimes with these pockets, I will just do like a tuck spot instead, and I will glue down here and across the bottom and leave it so that there you can get bigger papers behind there, and it's not as constricted as a normal pocket. So we'll see how it looks. But we need to decorate it, and I think I found this little strip of old ledger. I want those ink stains, so we'll put this up there, and we will trim it at about right here. And again, we will. I have found that sometimes the little corner rounder does a better job if there are 2 layers. All right, and now I think I want to use a piece of ribbon. Let's do this pretty brown polka dot. Right. This will go in my little fabric scraps. Okay, I like that just the way it is. I don't think we need to change it. I'm going to come back and glue this in at the end. Let's do the next pocket, which is the cluster pocket, and I just need to trim this down to about 4.5 inches. And we'll round the corners at the bottom. Okay, let's see what we've got in our trays. Let's look at the middle layers. I think that's what we need. We could make a really big one. Yeah. All right. Oh, that would be cute. I kind of like that. It's pretty big. Let's see. Possibly. Let's see what Tim Holtz can give us. Alright. Pink would be good. Let's see what he's got that's pink. Yeah, that's good. Let's pull that out. Here's a couple small things. All right, we'll make that work. Let's see what we can do. So when I make a large cluster, it's as if this is the foundation. So the bottom is the foundation, and then I just kind of try to push the rest of the pieces up toward the top. And some of them I do at an angle, and some of them I do square on. But then they just kind of start building layers kind of on top. So let's see. And I also like to have curved edges as well as square edges. All right, let's do a staple in that to kind of hold it while we glue. Let me get my stamper. Okay, I like that. I'm gonna round these two corners though. Okay, and that will be a pocket. I'll glue it down on 3 sides in a minute. Let's finish these 2 as well. And then we'll find some ephemera. So this is the same thing. It's a wraparound pocket. So we'll cut it down to 9.5. And we'll cut this one down to 4.5. Okay, here we go. Same thing. All right, let's do this one first. Let's see what we've got. I kind of like this. Tim Holtz. All right, I can usually count on Tim when I'm making clusters. That's too big. And I could cut it down, but I'd really rather not. I think I'd rather keep it big. Oh, that might be interesting. Okay. A good pink accent, that would be good. But I need a large, like a circle. That's not bad, but we need some contrast behind, I think. Something lighter. Well, wait. That might be pretty. Let's put this down first, maybe. Yeah, we've got these. That would do. Or what about this? That's nice. A little bit bulky. All right, I like this much, so let's staple that at least. And then I think I want some more of this showing, so I'm going to rip this just a little shorter. Okay, I like that. So let's staple this. And just smash down the staples. Let's put down some of this fiber-ish stuff. Okay, I like that. Let's see how it looks on the page. Yes, very good. I'll glue that in a minute. So on this one, I also kind of wanted to use texture paste. I think that we'll do that on this wraparound. Yeah, I like that. Now let's come and do it on the other side. Great, let me clean this up. And I'll dry this now too. I really like how texture paste looks. Honestly, it's just, I think it's just so elegant. Let's see how it looks on the page. All right. This is its spot, and that will go right there. Yeah, I really like how this color matches this color in this magazine. Love it. Okay, I'll be right back. We'll glue everything in and find some ephemera. Okay, we'll start with this one and glue this cluster pocket in. And I found this sheet of, maybe it's wrapping paper. It's very thin, but it's not tissue. So let's fold this. We'll just fold it and have it function as a journal paper, but we'll round the corners. And I think that can just slip right in there. I like that. Here's some vintage ephemera for this pocket. And here's this tag on this side. And I think that is it for that journal. All right, let's do this one. There's this flip. And we need a little piece here. I think we'll just slip this cute book plate in there. We have that one. Okay, this is the spot for this pretty cluster pocket. So let's glue that in. And this tag came out of my finished box, and I like that in there, except that it's too tall. And so I think I'm just gonna slice that off right there and make just a card. So round the corners so that it will go in easily. And then just slide that in there. And what I love about these cluster pockets is then this tag or whatever paper you might slide into the pocket, it just becomes part of the cluster. It extends out, and I really like that. Okay, let's go to, so this is the pretty wraparound pocket that we made for this music page, glued here across the bottom and then up. This pokes out just a tiny bit to make a little bit of a tab right there. And I have left this side open. And I made this the other day in one of the scrap videos last week, a little matchbox flip journal card, and I think that looks really good in here. So I'm just going to slide that in. So that's it for this book. Now let's finish this one. So we have this wraparound pocket, so I can show you how I did the last one. First of all, I usually just kind of put it in and decide where it looks best. So this one can peek out a little more because it's got some other stuff peeking out. So let's just line that up, and then we'll glue down the tab and then across the bottom. When it's glued on this side, then I can leave this part unglued, and then that makes it a little less constrictive when I try to put ephemera in. But since I have glued this side and across the bottom, we'll just leave this open. And let's see about ephemera for this one. This one I think that we made the other day when I did some collage. I think we'll just put that in. I have used the last of the 12 by 12 strips and just made this little folding journal card that flips up. So let's just put that in there on this side. This double tuck pocket that goes on this page. So I made part of it, and this is how it turned out. So now we just have to glue this down. And I just made this little embellishment on the side of this piece of vintage ephemera. We'll put that in there. And then I used another button card and just made this little tag with some napkin and a stamp. Let's put that in there. And finally, this large cluster pocket. I'm going to trim just a little bit of this off here at the bottom. And we just need a piece of ephemera for this. Let's see. I think maybe I'll find some vintage ephemera. How about the butterscotch cookies? We'll put that in there. Yeah, I like that. Again, the recipe now just kind of becomes part of the collage. I like it. Okay, so there's 3 of my favorite strip pockets, and these journals are almost decorated, really getting close, and I'm pleased about that. So I will work on that in the next week or so and then get these up for sale on Etsy. Thanks so much for spending your time with me. That was a lot of work. And now you know, it takes me a long time to decorate a journal, but I was pleased to do it with your company this time. And if that was helpful, I hope you'll give this video a like and maybe leave a comment and tell me which pockets you liked the best. My next video is going to be a room tour with Kara Brandon and the collaboration. That will be on Saturday, January 18th. So I hope you'll come back and join me for that. We'll see you again with that project.